Alright, we'll get back to it then. More CrossCode. We've had some big revelations here in the Purple Purgatory Zone. I don't know what they are, because it was just one big wall of yapping for like 2 hours or so. As best I can understand, we might be the AI clone of somebody that really exists. Our Brazilian friend may or may not be real, that guy with the blonde hair. Where'd he go? I've forgotten his name, but there he is. And now we've entered a dungeon. I was not expecting a dungeon in this area. I'm kind of concerned about that, because I thought maybe there'd be 2 more, and maybe there's a lot more than that. But we shall surely plow on forward and figure it all out. Now, what is going on here? There's a puzzle to solve to even get in, and I imagine I need to thwack this thing out, throw a big orb up there that goes around, but how do we do both at the same time? I have no idea. Let's just try. Maybe let's try at a better angle. Huh. That absorbs the shot. Ah, okay, that makes my life a lot easier. Ah, that does not, though. Perhaps what I can do is go... looks like it needs to be done in one shot. But no matter how much I smack that, it doesn't stay out for too long. Maybe what I need to do is smack it and then time it so that it... yep, that seems to be the ticket. Oh, wow. Kind of looking forward to watching somebody else's run of this once I'm done. I want to see someone else struggle with these puzzles that I find so easy. And if they find it easy and I find it hard, that's okay. I'm very good at just mentally blocking that kind of stuff out. And also Turtleneck, who's been our little voice in our head for the duration of the game, whilst refusing to tell us anything actually useful, is, well, he's being even less revealing than normal. What are we looking at here? That goes, we jump over to the next part, and then we can jump there. And what do you do? Nothing on that side. Alright, very good. Thong, and when you stop the tonging, along we go. And maybe I can bounce into you like so. Never couldn't. Oh, that's a barrier. Depth perception, me and this game are forming a complicated relationship. There we go, that's a bit better. At least Leigh and I are both getting equally fed up with this game's shenanigans. This is just the same thing, but other side, right? Whee! Hold on a minute. Ah, there's a clear shot there. Easy money. Navi accepted twice the amount of vague posting and none of the gameplay used for Z targeting. I liked Navi, and I liked her voice. She has the same voice as Miyako from Hidamari's Sketch, and I've always found her voice very angelic. I wonder what else that lassie has done voice work for. I swear to God, if it's more viruses, it's more viruses! I'm so sick of fighting these things. Okay. So we break them, we shove them into you, we break you, and then, oh lordy, do I break you. And then, shock horror, it's even more viruses. Very grateful for somebody telling me how we actually fight these things, because it was a real mystery for a while to me. In a sense, it still is. I'm very, very good at being oblivious, though. Keeps life exciting. We're apparently very lucky. I don't know. The more I play this game, the less lucky I feel. We could be enslaving people in Conan. Which plenty of people have told me is not that great. Ooh. That electric bolt symbol. Is that a sign that we're going to be picking up a new ability? Far from it. What if I could just ignore him? Oh, wow. I want to go further back. Well, can I just leave? I'd be impressed if I could. Oh, okay. This game does not afford me the freedoms I deserve. I'm pretty sure you'll have tons of fun watching Lucky's play this. Oh, I hope so. I've had a lot of fun with Lucky's runs. One more attempt. I can't stand this guy. Is there anyone in this game that I actually like? Purple guy in the guild, he doesn't talk much, that's pretty good. We're looking at here. We've got an upwards thingamajigger. Do you explode? You bet you do. I wonder if that can be used to explode the little ball thing here. Oh yeah. And let's see, you guys would just melt, except you're not on the right level here. But that's okay, this is just a test of memory. Do we remember how these things work? You better believe I do. You better believe I do. I can bounce you over to it, mind. There we go. But are those going to regrow? They do. Alright then. Whoops. Now I'm beginning to see why there was a timing option in this game. To make puzzles, Oh, jeez, that's... rapido. There was a difficulty to make puzzles last longer on timing-related things. Huh. Couldn't I just bring you right down like that and then set fire to the whole lot? Those really do not stay down for long. Okay, second idea is that I shove it over there and then I ping it over in that direction. The angle for it doesn't look amazing. There you go. Depth perception. Can't think of anyone at Paradox that looked like this. We had overtly French people, but they didn't wear turtlenecks. You can ignore the puzzle in this room. Are you sure? Kinda makes me want to do the puzzle, but is it even solvable? Not entirely sure what it even wants us to do. Those things lock in place, but... ah well, out we go. I'm very good at ignoring puzzles. I've been ignoring Nancy Drew for a wee while, but it's slated for Saturday alongside that wrestling game. Oh, it's more of these things! Joy of joys. Shocking the amount of damage I take. I should really consider gearing up at some point. But I could also not. It's a tricky part. What if I just continue to ignore him? Okay, he's having none of it. That's fine, ignoring the combat's been a specialty of mine in this game. I can only imagine the damage those things would do to me. What a strange sequence that was. Still remains undisclosed who this weird blue guy is, or why he has a giant disc sticking out of his head. In fact, a lot of this game remains unexplained. Ah, the tail. What are you made of anyway? You don't appear to have any resistances. What was that? 99999? Max hit points. 2 trillion. Okay, great. Have it down. Focus on defeating the burning slug enemies before they explode. Defeat as many as possible. Okay, we're gonna begin cheat engine. Tickling away at it. Could I not get some hit point boosts and some defense boosts while we're at it? Shouldn't be a problem, right? Just perfect parry. Perfect parry. I sure hope I'm not meant to care about anything else right now. He didn't say anything important, did he? Get to the oh, I see it now. I see it all now. I thought I was meant to kill the slug. Maybe we can take out knee slug anyway. This is the big bad, right? I think the guy with the mask coming out of his head is the big bad, or he's certainly been acting like it. It might be a red herring. To remember that when they start going ham, they attack a lot more often. Case in point. Come on, turtleneck. Where's my additional exponential growth? Alright, well, you consider that. I'm going to consider this sandwich. Is this an actual choice? Good heavens, we haven't seen Jetpack Captain since the very start of the game. It's just freaking Deus Ex Machina out of nowhere. This game certainly does attend the school of confuse you into immersion. So it's been very confusing and it's been a lie, but what exactly was he lying about? The coma? Ah, yes, okay. AI slop. As she lives and breathes. Yeah, they never really went into how the avatars are controlled. I assume people were wearing bodysuits that even have haptic feedback. But if it can be controlled by thoughts, well, spooky stuff. to realize that you are just a robot, it's a massive emotional cliche. Ugh. Just one step away from realizing you are actually the clone. God, that was in one of the Resident Evil films as well. What if you were the clone of a robot then? Well, we had that in Detroit Become Human. How many Connors are there, really? Shenzhen asking what happened. Well, we broke out of the Vermilion Purgatory dungeon area. But what happens now, I have no idea. Is Rocket Captain even real? Oh yeah, it's been Yap Central in this game for hours now, Baron. I was trying to power through it yesterday, but when I wound up in a dungeon, I was like, that's it, I need to stop for a bit. My crosses are too coded. I think if they just played it straight and made this a single-player simulation of playing an MMO, certainly would have been more my style. But this game is being utterly shackled by its dog water story. I think this guy was our huge fan when we were here at the very start of the game, and he's dropping his spaghetti all over the place. Experiments, you say? We'll be finishing the game today, Ashen, so I figure I'm about halfway through the game, so almost certainly not. I think that 35-hour length of game estimate was pretty on point. So we're probably at least 3 sessions away from finishing this and putting it in a shallow grave. I'm a bit unfair about the game. The game is very impressive. It's just doing its best to annoy me. Why are they even talking about water resistance? We're in a digital world, are we not? I don't know why I'm not skinning these people alive. JJ, I think some are staff and some are NPCs that help the staff. It's all very wibbly-wobbly stuff. Why is Leia putting up with any of this? Everything running around across worlds is based on instant matter or virtual. It's like a theme park made out of Star. Ooh. Sounds like fun. Why don't I throw him in the water? It's Dragon's Dogma style water. Kills what enters it. Ah. It really is just Detroit Become Human. We're going to make a place for androids. We're going to take over a news station and proclaim our demands, perhaps? I think I lost track. Is that guy meant to be our brother or not? I hope they don't guilt trip me over leaving the Brazilian behind. It's like getting guilted for white phosphorus in Spec Ops: The Line. You have no other options, so the game will make you feel like you did. Okay, maybe this will just bring us back into the game proper and we've got to go through more of the dungeons. Hey, dungeons are pretty cool, but they are just like 30% too long. I think 20% is undershooting it. It has indeed been a while since I've been here, so I cannot remember how we got around. Couldn't I just not be here? Ah, no, I'm not allowed to. I'm not aware of Free Guy Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds? Didn't he play Deadpool? That seems about right. But no, Free Guy has not been one of my one annual films. Ninja suggested I watch Casablanca this year. Might give that a go. How do I get out of here again? Go down to the cargo hold. Okay, great. And I probably could have checked here. No, it just says head back to the teleporter. Bothers me that chat partially obscures my objectives, but there's no good corner for chat in this game. Ah. It's about an NPC in a game coming to life and trying not to get deleted. Is it worth watching? Sounds like the game Comic Zone, where the big bad comes out of the comic, tosses the artist into the comic. Mortis was his name. And he has it in for his own artist, Sketch Turner. That game is so difficult, by the way. If you're looking for an extremely punishing game to play, in terms of difficulty, You can't go wrong with Comics Zone. Dwayne and Brando did a nice cover of it as well. People in this game take so many words just to say hello, goodbye, get to work. With every passing day, I love Avorion more and more. Alright, direct links will give you up where friends. Yeah, what are they going to be saying? What happened to you? She wants to talk at me in person. Maybe they didn't get all the sweet raid loot. Although that raid sucked. It was so bad. Right, where in the world was the place? It was here. It was just punching cubes, and it was outdoors. What exactly were we raiding? Maybe I just don't get MMOs. Ah, she thinks we've been ignoring her, which would be my first port of call. Love for the French eroding moment by moment. Hey! Ah, okay, he has no memory of that, huh? The question comes up often, but how does a game with a mute protagonist have so much talking? They're giving Half-Life a run for its money. Half-Life 2 at least Half-Life 1 had people talking whilst other things were going. Half-Life 2 had the massive movie segments. Let's very slowly walk and talk together with Alex Vance and... Who were the other guys? Who was that old guy with one leg? God knows. Probably somebody else, Vance. Right, huzzah! Go north by yourself. Wait, you passed me by on that one. Make your way through Gaia's garden. You're gonna have to remind me where exactly Gaia Garden was. Gaia's garden? Where the heck was that? I have such intense difficulty remembering where things are in this game. Eli Vance, thank you. I should try and extend your vocabulary. Yes, yes, yes. You make your way through Gaia's Garden. Where the hell was Gaia's Garden? Do we at least have information on that? We've got a map, but I don't know about that. Anybody remember where Gaia's Garden was? Wasn't it one of the more recently accessible areas? Here we go. Says in the objective, Jake, north of Autumn's Fall. Ah. Well spotted. And yeah, this is somewhere that he stopped us going earlier. It's all coming back to me now. It's not the only thing coming to me. I need to take a very short water break. which is not unexpected given that we just had DDR. I'll be back in a minute. I see Baziel asking, did the water break of your bottle cause much harm after all? Not that I can see. The bottle is fine. It's made of plasticky stuff anyway. It's one of those Camelback bottles. And the water only spilt on one of the corner panels, which does not house any, well, anything. So, crisis averted. But also lesson learnt. The arrows were coming and I still grabbed the bottle. I was thirsty, but I should have been more cautious. Wonder, can I even try talking to all of my party pals? Now is not a good time. I will be the one to decide that game. No? Okay. We just want to be alone. We just shove him into the water? Why did we even agree? He's gonna roast me alive as well. My equipment is really rather crummy for where I am. Let's have a look. A level 19 hat. I'm level 38. I wonder if there's any way to get my hands on something considerably better. But thou must. Okay, well, time to get utterly caked by this guy. Unless there's anywhere I can buy anything useful from. But it looks like no. Your stats seem rather low. He's gonna roast me alive here. I don't even have any CP to spend. Alright, I don't care. He's kind of given up on his accusations of us being a cheater. Was it a cheater? He thought we were up to something not good. Ye gads, yeah, I don't stand a chance here. I wonder if I can even... Yeah, I don't have time to set that up on him. Okay, well that was marginally unexpected. I can counter him in close combat. He can also break my guard and then break my face. That attack of mine just cannot land though. It's too slow. Not on the right path. I need a path towards somewhere that has some gear. Ah, well, there's somebody to cheer me right up, even if not Leah. It's Dark Young. With a casual reminder of the years that he's been stuck here. Alright, who are my good pals here? Apollo's on the same level as me. I wonder if the game just gives you level-appropriate characters. That said, though, his gear is miles better than mine. Anyway, I expected to get my arse handed to me there, and I absolutely did. Clean sweep. Whitewash. Screw you, sir. I've seen what I missed. I went to dancing. Pretty brutal. I did a run of about 10, 11 songs, and then crashed out horribly. And then another run of 13 songs, and then crashed out horribly. It was extremely difficult. The songs in particular were kind of rough in terms of the order we had them. But that's a paltry excuse. You up in the sky? So it seems. I'm not thrilled at the additions to my party here. Maybe the big chunky guy in the armor is alright, but why Apollo? Explore Guy's Garden together with these guys. Your next destination is the Basin Keep. Well, this is called Basin Keep Entrance. It's a good sign. I could never get into the kind of roleplay that Apollo's doing here. I knew someone that was big on roleplay servers and that, but it all just seemed very perverse to me. I feel like the numbers might have been inflated too. The first run, no, we crashed out in the first run to the very first song that wasn't in the the 10 that we get previewed. So we crashed out in the 11th song there. And on the second run, I'm pretty sure it was the 13th song. So 11 and 13. Seems right to me. And I'm the one that's keeping count. The things on offer here are a fine reminder of how pitiful a state that we're in. But they also require a lot of things that I simply don't have. Roleplay is just pretending to be someone else, and that's what streaming is for. Yeah, when can I roleplay as somebody who's good at DDR? Oh, that is a nice hit point boost right there. What was that solid guard thing again? Grains galore, but yeah, 15 spiky nuts, 6 slime drops. Who looks at this and thinks, oh boy, I get to go out and grind these items? At least when you're grinding for items in Monster Hunter, you do hunts that are fun. Fun, not really a word I'd be using for this. Protect the balance, protect the purity. Ooh. Are you ready to assist? Absolutely not. I have officially given up on this game's side quests. The eternally rainy city. Maybe we're in advanced Burmecia here. Ooh. We can actually go trash diving. What do we have for trash here? Don't know, but I've got more autumn leaves than I can handle. It's weird that it caps on 99 though. A game this modern shouldn't have such low caps for items. Now here we go. Why did you pick that up? Far from my problem. You decided to visit Quest Hub. You probably need to talk to someone to enter the temples. Yeah, we got one of those seeker quarters here. I wouldn't know unless I enter them. This whole place feels very Streets of Rage. Baziel thinking he knows my DDR better than me. Shocking. Clearly you need to repent by streaming some DDR, Baziel. You might have old man brain, but maybe you can prevent some old man joints. Isn't this the Seeker Hub? Maybe someone here can tell us about getting into the dungeon. Or maybe they can tell us about getting that fat loot. I continue to be impressed with the sprite work in this game. I do love it. Some kind of running gag with that character sitting on tables everywhere we go. Do MMOs actually have rest areas? MMORPGs, not my kind of thing, so I wouldn't know. Let's go and get that treasure. I'm feeling it. How about some actual equipment? I'm sure it'll drop for me. Right, the mayor, the business, the more business, and the serious business. Maybe the mayor can give us something to access the dungeon. I'm not getting baited. I've proven my gaming prowess in the peak mines just recently. Peak gamer prowess? It's an easy game for children. Oh, you've proven your prowess with some tiddlywinks as well and gone beating up some toddlers too. Oh yeah, we're all in awe. Freaking Baziel. Your next task is to visit the temple north of Gaia Garden. You're free to enter the dungeon. No permission required. Shocking. Baron 2 did very well. Yeah, he was well done, all right. Right, you said the dungeon is somewhere in Gaia Garden? Bit of a shame, I would like some significantly better equipment. The trouble is, if I buy something, we're going to find something to replace it with instantly, aren't we? Ah, see, I like that. We go shopping and then the other guys get some gear. That said, that was a consumables shop. How peculiar. Here we go, now we're talking. Although what we're saying is not good defense. It's kind of hard to say no to stats like that. I'm just concerned that it's instantly going to get eclipsed by something we find on the ground somewhere. Should probably take my crappiest bit of equipment and replace it. But these don't even seem like much of a step up. Hell, it lowers my defense. I can get myself some Titan boots and call it a day. And then we can look forward to finding something on the ground that's even better. Besides, my cohorts have surely picked up some gear for themselves. Equipment level, a full 8 below your level. Yeah, some of it gets worse and worse. Look at that. Furry Cap, level 19. We, level 38. All part of the plan, though. Don't know why we're being such a wimp, though. It's not like our friends told us to sod off. We just freaked out and ran away. This is entirely on us. I think Alea's well overdue chimping out on everyone, but not running away like this. Something about the massive green. This area is even harder to parse than the places we've been before. Very flat green color here. It is gorgeous, but it also doesn't lend itself well to how vertical the gameplay is. Then again, let's not pretend I'm an authority on the matter of looking at things. The game is modeling standard MMO player drama. Ooh. I don't think we had any drama in any of the guilds I was in. But we've always been very choosy about who comes in. Not adding people for the sake of adding people. On reflection, why am I even destroying the plants and that? There's no way in hell I'm getting that quest done, the one that's telling me to find all of the fauna. Because if we look at the records for it, wrong one. Yeah, sure, we figured these ones out, but we didn't even get the ones on Bergen Trail because you need to get 20 drops out of something. Sorry, 25 drops out of something. Sorry, 30 drops. just to understand what the plant is. And that's not destroy 30, it's get 30 drops. All the things in this game that cheese me off, I'm pretty certain are done intentionally. They are intentionally emulating the grind of playing an MMORPG. If someone intentionally steals my car, that doesn't make me less unhappy about the situation. Uber creep is in, just waving for some reason. Maybe they're a fan of CrossCode. Either way, welcome. As opposed to accidentally stealing a car. Well, maybe they thought it was theirs. And then just roll with it. Honey. Maybe we could get that for Dark Young. He loves his honey and peak. I think it's his favorite consumable. Maybe favorite food consumable. This is where I got to in my playthrough, says Fishy. I do intend to finish it, but I lost motivation when I got here, and it was like a year ago. Fishy, not finishing a video game? Where have I heard that story before? We have a situation. The shad-formed wall blocked the path. Oh, it's a pool's closed situation. Yeah, I need you guys to form a bunch of right angles, please. What we need is an official statement from our mayor. Okay, so we do need to see the mayor after all to get in. See, the characters in the game get miffed by the repetitive nature of this. That's why I'm thinking it's all very intentional. Even so, where was it? Basin's Keep. And I forget where the mayor is. Was that the mayor? It is currently under attack by dangerous creatures. Okay, but what do I care about the bird people? Sullivan, human supremacist. He should be on the council. The city depends on the power plant. We cannot turn it off. Well, it seems... my hand is forced here. I don't even have the option to say absolutely not. Official Lips is saying, hey now, I've finished more than most. Now starting certain games. Do you keep track of the games that you stream, Fishy, anywhere? Once you get a lot of streams under your belt, it can be really satisfying to look down a big list of games that you've run. And it also lends a bit of accountability for these claims, like finishing more than most. But you know Andy. This power plant is disturbing the ancient track. We're being punished. Our people are not happy. We must do something. Can I take a side in all of this? Okay, go to the southeast of Gaia. It's got so much back and bloody forthing. Vir Davil feels like the name they gave me. Oh, how cute. Sorry, it violated the NAP by zapping me there. Can't be having that. Something up there? Well, whether it is or not, I cannot reach it. If they're using the shock element, then maybe that's the element that we're going to pick up here. The circuit board seems to imply we're going to pick up 2 more. And all the blocks that we broke earlier in the so-called raid seems to make it mean that we get green and purple. There it is, Jolt. Alright, useless lizard people. Humans are not welcome, but seekers are okay. Don't call strong. The village is flammable. Been a while since I've gone out of my way to try and parkour over for items. I should be able to make that though. Maybe they put this tree in just the perfect position to not be able to do what I'm trying to do here. But I won't be thwarted. At least not that easily. I'll get here regardless of whether or not I should. Oh, it was trivial. You're responsible for the black monsters in village. Go away. Pass. Not very welcoming, these people. What is that Twitch cracker sight engine that grab statistics? I wonder what kind. Different from Social Blades. Right, I'm sick of these tree-hugging hippies already. Just tell me where I can go and disperse with these black monsters or whatever else you need done. You broke trust. My people want war. Okay, but I don't think I personally did anything. They want it all. They use power of ancients, track, power of technology. Humans are pretty badass. Social Blade's main purpose is to reveal how much of a millionaire you are, but Social Blade is way off on its numbers. That's so flat. It does not look to me like that is on a different plane. I feel like something could have been done with the perspective or shadows here. I don't know what though, I'm no artist. Z levels are huge pain in the game, says Fishy. You can't tell half the time where you can and cannot jump to. Which is a shame because I really enjoyed the parkouring in this. I just wish it was easier to visibly parse. The amount of times I jumped face first into a cliff thinking that we were on the same level. It's happened double-digit times so far. But those are black, those are just wee cats! The threat is further in the chief's den. Couldn't I just bulldoze my way through all the shaz that are blocking the power station? You're right, we don't have to fight the kittens. We can just have some nice, quiet parkouring time. Hey, what's this? Something on the ground. Don't you kill that cat! Cease. I can't have the key. Alright, Dumb and Dumber, let's get to work then. Oh, it can do 1,037 on me in one hit. Should I be increasingly concerned about my approach to leveling in this game? Just means I have to get good, I suppose. Maybe I have to take a long way around to get up there. Thank goodness for the aiming. The little dots showing your level are quite handy, as are having other people run around and make jumps like that. Still, it's more cumbersome than just being able to look and see. Follow the right path to the Grand River. There's a small tree. Yeah, Ninja, I'm trying to remember how your performance on Actraiser 2 was. Yeah, surely you've got a hard mode run in you. And none of that, oh, but Japanese is already hard. I can see right through it. Do I have a way of breaking those? Oh, I need to get up and over somehow. And need is maybe stretching it. Although... Okay, I thought maybe I could jump onto the rope bits here. Solve the quest, an infested village. I've already forgotten what I meant to be doing here. Hidden passageway at the Clinging River. Is that part of here? Or is it out here? I don't know, because I haven't explored everything. Was it in or outside of this this village. Ah, she would have mentioned something. Follow the right path at the clinging river. And it's outside the village. Okay, thank you for that. Looking forward to you taking on Satan on hard. My time on normal was something just below 12 hours. Satan. I've done my time in the Actraiser trenches. It was great though, absolutely great. I've been reflecting on the fact that I've never beaten Actraiser 1. In fact, I've never seriously played the game. And I am quite tempted to do a proper run of it. I might do like a weekly one-shot for it. Lucky knows the game quite well, I'll ask him for a time. Yeah, Ninja's grandkids are going to be working on his to-do list. I think it grows faster than it shrinks as well. There's a glowing pole extension, cursed power plant, get rid of the source, end the infestation. Could I not just go to the plant? Show me the dungeon. Now, they're not wrong. The whole fighting of Wiccats is proving to be a considerable problem for me in my non-existent levels. And absolutely shockingly bad equipment. Surely we can find better things here and there. Like some golden bars. I'm all but certain those are just for selling. Just a dead end? No, because this is on the same level as there. Foolish, foolish. Unsure about those wee orby things, though. Seen a couple of those in this region. Don't know what they do. What was it we're saying anyway? You must go in and find the source. Get rid of the infestation on the glowing pole. So I'm looking for a glowing pole. I will do my utmost to keep that in memory. Wonder if that's makeable. Yeah. Playing a game after DDR is a really easy way to make a game feel better. Because as painful as a game can be, at least it is usually not physically painful. And just sitting here, not having to move my body, is always welcome respite after some DDR. It wasn't a particularly long session, it only lasted about an hour, but whew, it was brutal. Oh, we bounce off of those. Since they're green, I'm going to make the outlandish assumption that we're going to get the green element here, and that will allow us to interact with them in whatever manner they interact. No, how could I not, young? Sometimes when I play DDR, I feel like that guy who has 3 PS3s. And if you missed it, he had 4 PS4s and 5 PS5s. 0 games, though. Well, that was A complete bog lapse. I went all the way around and found Diddley. Where's this glowing thing you speak of? I was mid-type on no games. Sony has a strange business model. Forbidden entry because of the black monsters. Yeah, see what you humans did? Yeah, I'm looking at the black monsters. Yeah, quite the business model. Make these consoles and then have no games for them. But Xbox has recently been showing the real power play. Is to have no games and then buy up loads of studios and still have no games and then fire the studios and furthermore still have no games. Nintendo's a pretty awful company, but it's tough seeing them be the front runner. Glorious PC gaming master race not included. I'm having significant difficulty figuring out what to do and where to go here. Asserting dominance with the Vasca games industry. It's Indian CEOs, you just can't stop winning. Right, winning is what I'd like to start doing here. Why am I not able to get any headway around here? Perhaps there's some very simple jump or area that's passing me by. TBW knows that Age of Empires is fine. That's all that matters to him. Yes, Age of Empires is still there, running wonderfully on the PlayStation 2. But don't invite too many factions into one match, because then it puts a pretty strict limit on the amount of troops you can have. Ah, I can jump on these trees. Now, is this useful in any way? Pass. What the blazes am I missing here? Perhaps there was another part of this area that I was meant to go and check out. The day is hot and so is the mood. If only those evil beasts were gone. I think that's going to be your problem for a while. They actually released a PlayStation 5 port recently. Saw the announcement and thought of you. I don't have a PlayStation 5. And I would probably consider owning a PlayStation 5 as a burden. Big chunky box with no disk drive and no games. I mean, I'm always looking for new weights to add to the gym. How much does a PS5 weigh? Well, I've just gone around in circles here. Where the hell am I meant to go? I'm looking for a glowing pole and I'm not seeing anything of that description. That said, mental faculties have been shut down due to the great yappening session of yesterday, and well, it's always a bit on tenterhooks after a DDR session. My brain gets so overheated. I've actually come to find that when I finish up a DDR session, I like to rapidly cool down. What I do is get a towel, soak it in water, wring it dry, and then drape it over myself just to use the cooling power of evaporation to bring me right down. Good grief, I can see why Fishy phoned it in here. What's there to do and where is there to go? Perhaps I jumped down too soon. Maybe there's another way up and around there. This is open after all. That makes almost too much sense. Good lord. Cat's out for blood. If you want blood, take my cohorts. That's what they're there for. Let's have none of that. Oh, Fish Lips is filling me with motivation, telling me about how huge this area is. Alright, you two, go and kill the black aggressive cats, please. That's the spirit. Glad we all share the loot from these fights. Oh jeez. I think I came along from here, did I not? Seems about right. Maybe we should learn a bit about my foes here. 2400. And they're weak to green power. Well, unfortunately, I'm all out of green power. I got plenty of useless friend power. What's that for power of friendship? Also, can I? Yeah, I can break that from here. Wonderful. What is wrong with them? It does feel bad beating up these felines, though. Actually, really rather like cute animals, and cats, and kittens, and dogs, and puppies, but my all-time favorite animal is the elephant. Is that, or is that not the glowing thing? Can't be attacked though, maybe you have to defeat these. Oh, bummer. It was too good to be true. Right, well, you guys do, you know, everything. I'll sit back here with moral support. I think the big chunky guy is meant to be a... oh, what's the term again? A tank. Doing a guy awful job of it, though. Maybe I shouldn't be one to criticize. I'm giving my all. Not bad. Apollo's a bit annoying, but I'm having a hard time hating him. He seems like he's actually enjoying playing this game a lot. Reminds me of a younger, less bitter life. Before I played Crossworlds. certainly missing something here. I don't want to leave empty-handed. My gear is still crummy. A man not yet crushed under the weight of the meta. I even walked past it and noticed it. Sadly, it has no sweet equipment for me. But the real trick is to define the meta, not follow the meta. Where was that walking? Ah, here we go. Here's my walking purse. Below the chief's house, strange things. Humans couldn't do this. Oh my. And all the cute cats are gone. Come find you. I found you now. What are they saying? My input wasn't needed. Yeah, these guys were weighing me down. I would have had this quest done in no time. Can I just sod off back to the place instantly? The ranks meta. Right, what is still needed on this crummy quest? The west. Oh, that's the east. Whew, man, I am physically pooped. DDR feels so good. Hopefully I can do it again on Saturday. And I'm sure you're wondering, what in the world sustains you on those excessive DDR sessions? What do you eat and drink? I almost always just drink water, but I had 680 grams of sliced watermelon after I was done with that. I needed the cooling down, and I really needed the hydration, because water on its own just does not work after a while. I'm not a big fan of sports drinks. This freaking guy, I know exactly what you're gonna do now. Well, it won't be DDR on Friday. I got lifting to do tomorrow. I don't tend to lift on DDR days and vice versa. Right, the Seekers got rid of the infestation, yes. You work with humans against my will, yeah. Old granny bag here. Looks like the sprites are mixed up. I feel like Right should be the granny. As long as humans poison our jungle, the struggle will continue. Yes, I agree. We need one solution here. I'm not here for two-state solution. And there's a river here, you say? Go to your old home, come, talk. I have a few human credits, I'll be having those. A rampant lack of choice in this RPG. No, Athelwyn, I didn't have 300 grams of haggis on hand. And it's not an easy thing to get your hands on in Hungary. I suppose I could make my own. But that sounds like a lot of effort. Never tried my hand at making my own haggis. Couldn't be that hard, though. Yes, catching those three-legged blighters, that's the hard part. Yeah. Please, game, just give me the dungeon and I'll be on my way. Your strengths are exploration and your puzzles. lean more into that. Now they all lose a saying with regards to hydration. Try adding a small amount of salt to what you drink. Nah, I've tried that. I do not enjoy it. It's kind of vile to drink. I tried salting watermelon as well. Just not fond of that. Ronnie. Stupid name. Don't know why they want to go together on the dungeon, though, considering that the dungeons are instanced. Right, where in the world was that so-called dungeon? Now, honey with the water, that sounds good, but I like sweet things. Good to see you again, purple useless guy. He's been pretty awful in combat. Emelita has been better. Pathetic. Oh, I'm so sick of you and this writing. It's cringe at first, that one guy. So yeah, they also said it grew to be endearing for them. Or some words to that effect. I don't share the feeling. What do you mean there are two dungeons here? Maybe it gives me both green and purple ability. But I might be hoping for too much. Maybe they like red-headed Frenchies. So I've been to France, twice in fact. I do not recall it being a particularly red-headed country. Scotland, Ireland, north of Scandinavia, sure, but French redheads? Maybe in Brittany, but I haven't been there. Right, never do anything right. Let's go left. Your average stats will be somewhat above 180. Now, hold on, let me have a quick look at that. That looked like 180 to you. 110. See, on the one hand, I don't want to keep getting my arse kicked. On the other hand, I really, really do not want to grind for any equipment. It'll be fine. What did I say? Lay away. Okay, close enough. Right, let's get to work. Apparently we need Zappy element here. I don't have Zappy element, so we'll have to make do with this. I have this. Well, you'd think maybe ice should be used on the side that wants the ice. It's nae a fan, is it? I think it's fizzling out before it makes the last smacks there. Kind of wish I could zoom out a bit, but yeah, it's not going far enough. What could it all mean? Do I have some way to make it bounce less going along here? Absolutely. Yeah, what is the slip way for it all to go, Alpha? Did you manage to geo-harvest your way to victory today? Alright, happy times. Right. So we can power up these into giant thingamajiggers, which we can then send places. What would even be the angle here to get across there that doesn't mess this up entirely? Such a crutch, but I did. Oh, well done, Alpha. One more to go, and then you can get back to giving us the joys of what in the heck? Did that follow the edge? I think it did. Sure looks like it. Yes, I and the rest of the world are already very excited for the return of X3. Ah, these little holes in the ground will dispel it. Well, that's fine. That means we have all the information. But what if it gets stuck like that? I see. And it gets us these nice little Skyrim door equivalents. Okay, now... Well, I'm glad to be fighting something that isn't the virus things that we were subjected to forever. On the other hand... Leia is not a well person. Oh, pathetic. It's becoming a problem when I can't dodge things, and my block is terribad. Phooey. I'm not sure I quite have the speed to block and unblock for all of those. Can I just... Yeah, I can dodge them and let them hit the... Okay, no, I can die as well. This is going to be quite the brutal dungeon, then. Or maybe it's more accurate to say the game is going to be the brutal experience. That's okay, just gotta get good. It really is that simple. Wait, that wasn't enough. Get out of here. I wonder if the game has any kind of catch up with experience things. You know, something like these enemies giving me bonus experience to make up for my god-awful stats, but perhaps not. We're not playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance here. What could it all mean? Ah! It's really, really good at designing their puzzles so that you fiddle around with something in a... Oh, hold the phone. There. You fiddle around with something in a fairly benign way, and then it takes the simple controls or tools that you have and makes you combine them in a far less than simple way. In many ways, this game is excellent. I think it has that mechanic a bit. It buffs you a bit, really. I would be interested in hearing some hard numbers on that. What's your story here? Don't like ice? None of you like ice. Good thing I'm made of ice. What? Oh, okay. I didn't even know what I did there, but it worked. I was trying to do that. Say, who needs stats? Just be good. Back to the entrance, but why? When I've got these places to be. No. Powerful magnets, though. I have a curiosity. We've had this, and I'll save before I do it just in case. We've had this setting somewhere, options, yeah, here it is. See this puzzle speed? Does it actually affect things like these moving along? Huh. I'm shocked. I thought it might slow down the speed of the little panels moving around there, but no. Well, bang goes my achievement for playing the game on full hardest settings all the time. Whatever will I do without my Chivos? I'm being facetious, of course. I'm not sure if I've ever cared about achievements. Oops. Why did I think that would work? Perhaps we need you to partially block this thing so it goes onto the other moving platform. No, Leia, don't shove the whole thing in, you numpty. It actually took control from me and she just wheeked the whole thing in. Alright, we'll play halfway houses then. No, she really wants to shove it in there. One more try, Leia. It might not work, but it's something I want to try. Actually, she probably shoves it in because I want to try this. I at least want to try it without her wheeking the whole thing into the soup. Right, we can get about that far. But, what? Oh, I see. I think the thing over here was blocking me from doing some shenanigans. But it also allows me to get up high. Ah. I shouldn't be allowed this high. Oh, but it wheeks me off these things anyway. The game has issues with my rampant skill. Alright. Oh, but I can't throw you over there, which is what I thought we were meant to do. In that case, I'll just bring this with me. There, eat that, game. Came in from the bottom. The exit to the top. We're having none of it yet. So what, are you meant to be magnetically inclined? Because the damage I do here is a little lackluster. Ah. That was fun. Can we do it twice? Alright. Ah, get your arses over here. No kidding about that being a slow wind-up attack, though. Makes it really hard to actually use on moving targets. They're still weak in this form, apparently. How about this? Okay, that's a bit better. Can help a seeker out, game. So we need to hit all of these. Moving you around using this is probably the only way to do it fast enough. I need it in all of the corners. Very well. Nice little puzzles, those. What is that thing's story, though? There's another entrance around the back there. I suspect I need to bounce this off of probably the block being there or there-ish to get that key thing opened. A lock, rather. But I have no key. Like a PlayStation and games, I just don't have any. we achieving with you? There doesn't seem to be something to power up like we had before. Remember, it goes around the outside, so I probably want to smack that to magnet you over there, then there, then there, then here. How do I do that first step? Well, we can but try. Seem to be a lot of ways to lose the charge, but how do we keep it? Ah, I see. There's not actually anything stopping it going along there. Guess I want to hit it to there. And we're done and done right. Jimmy Hop can be proud. All this stuff would be trivialized by us having the purple ability. It's throwing me off a bit because I assumed that we'd be picking up the green ability here, but no, we're getting purple. So maybe we do indeed get the... Maybe we do indeed get both the green and the purple one here. Doesn't seem unfeasible. I meant to use you to perhaps cover up this hole so I can get this around. Oh yeah. I'm going to want that block on here to block that hole to get over to there, to move the block there to here to get this. Of course. I wonder if you can crush Leia with that block. That was my best opportunity to do so and I let it slip, unfortunately. I often check and see if things can be crushed in video games. It's not an obsession, just an interest. A curiosity. And one more. God, the puzzle designs in this game are so good. There are too many of them, but they are good. Be gone. Ooh, now that's a problem. I don't do well against these fish. They are muckle strong for me. Yeah. Please go. Alright. Much better. What? Where did I go? Phew. I'd say I'm a glass cannon, but there's not much of a cannon element to it. I'm like a glass spud gun. What is achieved here? Merely glass. Oh, I can move this thing around, nae bother. Well, nae much bother. But what exactly is being achieved? Ah, I meant to ride this thing. And my only ride-on position is here. Clever. Very clever. Well, I want to hit that, but how? My tools are very few. Maybe I can bounce it off of you and take it that way. And off we trot. Oh, jeez. Why am I locked in? When you're locked like this, you don't jump very far. For some reason, she wasn't breaking out of it. Is that going to become a problem? That was probably a timing puzzle. I needed to smack this thing before that got there in time. If I had to guess, and I do. Whew. Nice shortcut. We already dealt with you, right? Of course we did. And there's the key. The key that was needed in some room somewhere. The trial of attraction. The hardest one yet. Been here, done this? No, we have not. It's just such a mechanically neat game. What are you wanting me to do with these? You probably want me to block those holes. Because ultimately you need to reach there. But what's stopping me just blasting it in that direction? Range limitations. Is that going to be okay? Always was. Oops. That's one. I hope I don't have to have any kind of timing to concern myself with the other one. Nah, it wouldn't be that cruel. Oops. And I wouldn't be that inaccurate. Yeah, I should charge for this, Chumro, you're right. People who want lessons. Fire resist. Fairly bitey monsters. How about you leave? Oh, I am far from liking this. Just leave me be. No. I keep mashing dodge as if I can dodge forever, but it's far from the truth. Egats, these things. There's probably a way to break them out. Maybe you can punch them when they come for their attack, but I could also just ignore them. Ignoring is good. No. Yes. Yeah, I think I need to take these guys on with my back to the wall so that I can actually dodge their seeking attacks. Hell yeah, seeking. Right, as much as I don't want to, I should probably check out the CP. I wonder we'll get both left and right after this. Why do I hate these massive skill trees so much? There's something about them. Strengthens your shield, decreases damage when guarding by tons, but it also costs tons. Just give me some general defense, please. Seem to be dying horribly very often. Sure, I like the sound of that. Using the arts at the appropriate moment seems to be about the only thing that keeps me alive. You can guard from the side. Activate twice to guard attacks from above too. Attacks. Ooh, like when I get those rocks thrown at me, perhaps. Something down there. Issue is, however, I don't have anything to spark this up with. Temporary. Okay, but temporary or not, what are we doing with it? Not that. There's also you. I see. Clever puzzles, very seldom frustrating. Whoever put these puzzles together really knew their stuff. Often with games they outsource that, and find people that specialize on making puzzles and then have them do all the work. Well, not the work of being paid. What is this? Maybe it blasts the the electric bolt over. I don't feel like that's what they did for this game development-wise, though, but would not claim to know. Let's send you packing then, or not. Such a satisfying thong noise. Actually, it really feels like I'm flicking a wine glass with my finger. Right, be that as it may, what do? You block holes. Good. Which holes do I want or need blocked? Because one way or another, this is going to be following that path. I had to guess I want you there so I can fling it over. And then I want it here so it can be flung down, and then it can la 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 and hit you. And then life is good. I provided you hit. So close and so far. All too easy. Okay then. Now this is problematic. You heal down there, and I'm not best at dealing tons and tons of damage, but I can try, and I can fail. Oi. None of that. Maybe I can do this to hurt you even more. Huh? Right. Let's try not doing that. This poor creature. What the heck did I ever do? What the heck did it ever do to me? Dodge my attacks, that's not on. Maybe I can hit it with this thing. How do you like these? Oh, maybe it doesn't care. Huh? Oh, of course, it's not in the center, so it's not actually doing anything. Alright, we have all the information. Yeah, it's healing. It's just proving problematic for me. Enemies not allowed to heal. I lay off the sandwiches, so too should they. Jeez, they are homing. Yeah, what happens if I hit you with this thing, anyway? Is the answer nothing? Because I don't want that to be the answer. I think there was a trick to be had there. You are a hard bugger to hit, you know? Just as the developers intended. Ooh. 8 years of post-release bug fixes got nothing on Jake. It's been a while since I picked up a game with the intention of breaking it. I used to really enjoy that element of playing EU4. I don't really have much of a drive to break anything in EU5. I'm sure the jokes on that write themselves. Right, many options, but what exactly are we doing here? I imagine hitting that thing will allow me to boost over to you. And from there I can smash that and then send it wherever. I can also hit those, God knows what they do. Well, we can but try. Ah, and I want to hit you to blast it down. Because hang on, you just perish over there. Not allowed to perish. Is there anything I can do to do away with that? Yes, there is. Sorted. When Jake started this playthrough, they gave up. They released a new game in early access. Yes, I'm kind of curious about the other game this developer is working on. Based on this game alone, I'm definitely going to check it out. I know I don't sound like I'm enamored with this game, but that's because you're not seeing through the meaning of what I'm saying when I keep ripping into this game. Now let's go with that. Alright, you can be disposed of with the fire. But that essentially means this is a timing puzzle. I'm still curious about that setting. Let me try this. If we had puzzle speed on absolute decrepit old granny mode, would you take forever and a day to come back? That did feel a lot longer, right? Realize I'm not exactly doing my part in the race here, but I've won all the other races, so let's give them a fighting chance. Yeah, that felt twice as fast. Recht. In that case, what exactly? I gotta bonk this thing. What happens when you meet water, by the way? Oh, you bounce off of water. In that case, I probably need to shine you, bounce you. Yeah, okay, it all makes a lot of sense. Time to go. Boing. That's not boingy. So much for bouncing off water. Alright, you need to be frozen then. Or... what happens if you are frozen and then we smash one of these into it? You just go away. Okay, then we have all the information that we need. Boom. Pretty cool, it just maintains the direction that it goes. You go into there, and I can use you much the same way. This needs to be powered out. What's beyond you? Not much. I suspect these both have to be powered up at the same time. So I probably want to focus on keeping the orb stuck on this thing before I go for that one. Be gone. Oh, done in one. Progress like this makes me really want to see Lucky's playthrough. I hope he's awful, like just at everything. Would be a real mood lifter. Is that the Mario race link? Oh, good. Such a wonderful thing that Mario race keeps coming up, and nobody mentions the Mega Man race or the Resident Evil 4 race. I think I came in last on the Resi 4 race. If not last, then second last. And the Mega Man race, well, let's just say I'm glad Starnan was running. Some say he's still running to this day. This seems awkward. Perhaps I should have expected having to fight two of these buggers. But, oh, I see. We shove it over the corner. Be gone. And then you shall also die. So I try. Oh, I'm so dead. They have considerably better healing than I do. Yeah, one of these is a real challenge too, is... and they get to get away from me so fast. You cheeky buggers. That's good, good. Keep getting stuck on that. We love that. Please have mercy. I only went to SeaWorld a few times. Could you be so kind as to allow me a super sandwich? Even seeing that eating animation puts me in mind of Terranigma. Ark liked to eat. In fact, you could establish the very first McDonald's when playing Terranigma, which is pretty cool. Wait, that is not at all what I want to have. Oh, bollocks. Want or not, it's what I had. Get out of the way! I wonder if I could use one of my special abilities on that electricity and it would still flow through, like using my big fire attack. Ooh! Spare me. Electrifying. I wonder... I thought maybe what I was meant to do was shove that thing across whilst that powers up. Still seems reasonable to me. Perhaps I just need a bit more time. But of course that's not the way that I need to shove it, would it be? Wait a minute. It was simpler than I thought. I thought I had to take it from there to there to there to there to there to there. But I thought wrong. Make the shock there. Shove it around. Whilst it's shoving around, we move you. Donk, donk, donk. What was its problem there? Whilst you bounce around like a fool there. Timing seems a little tight. So I need that thing done and then that moved up so that it can bounce along to there. I see. Come on. Was one lap too slow there. How'd I miss that? This is one of those moments where I should probably be using mouse control instead of keyboard. Hang on, couldn't I keep you there and then just do another zap? That seems even simpler. I do like simple. Keep it simple, stupid. And now I can find out if we get crushed. Or can I? Impressive. Nice thing about these streams is I can go and grab lunch, come back as Jake is doing the exact same puzzles in the dungeons with small elemental differences. The puzzles are good. They are too bloody long though. Well, not the puzzles, but the dungeon overall are too bloody long. That said, a process like that makes you think that surely we're nearing the end of this dungeon. Surely. Where have I not keyed up? Oh, I'm suddenly having a bad feeling. You see, when we did the last dungeon, we had an intermission halfway point. I wonder if we're going to have that again. I have a key, but no obvious lock. I think we passed by a lock, but you better believe I do not recall where. I guess down here there appears to be a doorway that I haven't cleared. Yeah, feels good knowing we're at least a quarter of the way through. Maybe the warp point. Maybe it's a south teleporter. Ugh. And smell you later. Drat. Okay, in that case, how do I get to there? There's the key. Well, no, I have the key. There's the lock. We need to slow our attraction. Does this man remember how to get back there? Nah, not really, but there's probably a faster way to just go this way. This game assumes far too much memory out of me. Memory prices are too high. Right, what do we figure from that? We go up and around and over. Good old non-linear dungeon design. Where's our key thingy? You there. We even made note of this. I said, hey, when I come back, I'm going to want that there so that I can go and do that. What is your story? What are you, some kind of shortcut? No, I think it's a way to get some goodies. I hope it's equipment, but it's not. Snack mix. Wonder if the speedrunners constantly do the twirling. At least it's not as egregious as the talent drop. Please not 5 stingrays, okay? Go spare. It might try and give me another different number of stingrays, though. Now hang on just a moment. There's a little trick for you. Yeah, get chilled on. Priority target is probably the anglefish. It's not dead, is it? With that attitude, it's not. Where'd all my health go? Is there nowhere in this world for the man with 110 defense? Maybe it's that Mark thing. Marks is still getting me down. This goose was cooked, I was taking too long to aim. Really like laying down these stage hazards for enemies. It just feels right. Reminds me of playing that game. Yeah, that one. You know the one. And again, what doesn't remind me of a game? What's the name of it, though? UFO 50, the game where you bat back and forth. Bushido Ball, that's it. Makes me feel like I'm playing Bushido Ball. Reminds me of dropping caltrops as the lassie. Or stealing her caltrops. Alright, fit new. I can shove things up here. But why? And what purpose do you serve? Don't we just do the same thing like that? Oh, what kind of a puzzle was that? I think I see. That changed the rotation of you. Here's the real puzzle. And with that, I guess I just shove it up. Best see what the elements do for us first. If that did something, it went way over my head. Right, it's rotating these magnets. I siege. In that case, I probably want one over here. And if I can be so daring, I probably want the other one over there. But hang on. There we go. Now we light up the night. Okay, I think these magnetic puzzles have reached their logical extreme at this point. Maybe we can move on from this game. Can't be bothered spending those. That's still just a regular key, though, not the boss key. I am increasingly concerned that we're about to have a moment of, we're halfway, let's take another breather. Oh, okay, I've had it up to here with all of you already. Fighting these things has been a royal pain. And you might think just block those, but I can perfect block one, the rest still come in and do ridiculous damage. Oh, I'm so dead. We're a third of the way, let's take a breather. Can I be a third of the way towards uninstalling the game? Kind of impressive, like, how are you intended to dodge all of those? Oh, that's surprising. I didn't know that cancelling out of it still cost you your SP. I'm very injured. Let me just hide over here for a moment. I'll enjoy my sandwich. Thank you. Fair and balanced. Alright. We're all on the same page now. Page of them dying and me living. I was wondering if I could just sit down and... Oh, wait, what's this? Okay, I hadn't realized it this whole time, but changing my elemental outfit changes my stats. Somebody think, what if I just eat something? What if I just have a fruit drink? How do we feel about that? Maybe I should pay attention to what the different effects do, but what I'd rather do is have some healing on my side. Bummer. Is it back to the very start of the gauntlet? Oh dear. This is gonna hurt. And it looks like the last one involves those flat fish things. I just get absolutely ravaged by those seeking attacks. I do not know how to deal with them either. Because they hone in on me, despite my dodges. They make pretty tight turns, and I can only dodge 3 times in a row. Nor do I seem to be able to dodge through them particularly well. Maybe like that, then. I wager not very well. I wonder if the amount of deaths you take indicates whether or not your compatriots beat you to the punch of beating the dungeon. Somebody said it is possible for them to be faster than you. Less of that. Alright, a bit better. My health is looking fantastic even. But then there are these. Alright, come and have a go at this. That did bugger all. Okay, I think this thing needs to go as a priority target. Well, good start, but now there are a lot of them, sire. Have even a moment's break. Yes, I can. Oh, wow. Die! No! Crumbs. So time for that. It's tough. It's really tough. For the true MMO experience, grind the same mob over and over for 10 hours to get better. No, I refuse to engage in this game's grinding and side quests. They're really bad. I'd rather have a hard time in the fights, and I am having a hard time in the fights, and then go through that. I do think they are intentionally made crappy, the side quests and the grinding. But in the end, does that really change anything? I should be using my neutral attacks a bit more often, saves me on the elemental overload. What do you mean hit points critical? That doesn't look good for us, does it? Alright, Lee, I think it's time to chow down. Yummy. That didn't look like 50% of my health. Doesn't look like 50% at all. You're gonna need another sandwich to wash down those other sandwiches. Damage is just so huge. Can't run forever. I can die forever, though. Although thinking about it, I was able to perfect parry some melee attacks before. Maybe I can perfect parry those buggers. Since it is just a single ramming attack, I should give it a go. The metallic clunking that we make when hitting them is a little telling. It is like I'm just punching metal. Shame we can't put Lucky's new sandwich emote. Why does Lucky now have a sandwich emote? Or is it one of those questions you don't really want the answer to? Alright, nay a problem. Chill out, have a sandwich. And consider priority targeting here. I thought it was the anglefish, but maybe not. Those blobby things are a huge pain when you're fighting 3 of them. Alright then. Let's fight instead, not 3 of them. Anglefish, I'm gonna have to ask you to very kindly just chill out for a bit. Oh, and now there's 3 of these things again. Shoot them down, we're being marked. You gads, there's more of them. Oh no, oh no! Just stay right there. Sandwich time for the hero. That's me, I'm the hero. It's still sandwich time. A Scrappy Dappy Doo is saying, hey, just dropping in from lurking. Have a great rest of the stream. I have respect for you from down under. Well, I've got a newfound respect for those that are down under because you brought some banter to the Summer Games Done Quick marathon that is otherwise, well, you know, it's SGDQ these days. But there was a snowboard kids race, America versus Australia. Australia dominated, and of course, Aussies being Aussies, they came out in their droves in the messages and donations and whatnot. That was just great. This, however, is significantly less great. Ah! Have a nice die. Ooh, and I might have to have a good sandwich at this rate. What the hell was that shot? Alright, well, it doesn't change the sandwich situation. I need to focus down the one that's injured, though. What a mistake to make, and now they're both kind of the same injured, which is bad. They'll capitalize well on their healing. Die! Oh no! I thought maybe we could be done. But now it's anglerfish time. Ugh. All the while that little bugger underground is healing. But it's probably still better to focus these things. Won't you die? Oh, it continues to hurt. Yeah, ESA for sure. I think ESA is getting a bit worse, but it's no GDQ. Not bad. Then there was one. That's interesting. I broke it with melee previously. With shooting at it whilst it yelled at me. Not to worry though. The worrying comes later. And later is now. Be gone. Right. How did that miss so badly? I even cancelled out of it to spin towards him to hit him in the next one, and I still missed my fancy Dan attack. It's weird, I was intending to do my just normal charge attack there. Didn't work out at all. Jake, this isn't a weekly one-shot. You can stop sandbagging. There's no sandbagging involved here. This is very difficult. Leia is remarkably poorly equipped for this. Alright. At least that's a nice way to start it. Now can we also have a lot less of this guy's shenanigans? Into the sink with you. Alright, now what was it? It was the stingray things plus more of the anglefish. I think this is tougher than any boss is going to be. I hope this is tougher than any boss is going to be. I missed the part in SeaWorld where they explained that these kinds of fish are capable of teleporting. That is bad news. Okay. Not okay. Sandwich time, Leia. Scat. Yeah, it's fully healed, and it's rejecting my advances. Did I just hit it with that? There we go. Whew, what a gauntlet. What? No, 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 no. This is illegal, you know. I don't think you need me to tell you that was tough. We also got an achievement saying that's the final key. Now we can unlock gold things. I know where I've seen a gold chest. Way back at Rookie Harbor. Now I've got 40 more circuit points to spend. Okay. I want to be done with this dungeon. Oh, man, it really does go on just too much, this game. Can't I just activate wall hacks and walk clean out of this room? Clearly my motivation isn't high enough for it. Right. Again, working in reverse. It's gonna have to come from you. You're gonna speed up here to there, to there, to there, to there, to there, to there. Which hits from there. How does it hit you, though? Bang. Bang. Right, you need to weak yourself off of this thing. Right then. What does that even activate? This clearly to you to bring that thing down. It all makes a certain kind of sickening sense. So you probably need to start here. And then once you do your little bounce, we start shaking you around. Or not. Maybe you're meant to bounce off of this thing. Ka-chung, and then hit over to that. Okay, I thought maybe this would be used at some point there, but no, that needs to come along. Very well. Mistakes were made. Once it does get down there, I probably need to bounce it down off of this thing. No, it'll go across to you, and then hit you, and then I think it needs to hit you, and then it can come along, right? So it needs to get over here. Ah. I love my dungeons. I love my dungeons. Okay, and at some point, I probably need to zap you. Yeah, I think I need to smack that and zap into that so that it... Wait, what? Yeah, so it can go along there and through to that. Does that even make sense? It's asking a bit much of me here. This is nothing if not practice for Nancy Drew in the mystery of the interbellic periods. Oh god, it has been an eternity since I've heard that. Where are we heading here? Wait, I can't get it over there. That is what needs to be done. And then... that does it. Okay, that's the finale. You have to remember, this brain of mine also handled a whole lot of DDR today. Right, and now we send you out like that, and then we send you up like that. We're just a second too late. Love my dungeons. Move it shout ahead. Missed my shots. You made the tea wrong again. Say no more. I wonder when I can justify a trip to France so that I can play Danger by Design. Oh, that was agonizingly close. No! We've been through this. We've been through this several times, game. Do we really need to fight more anglefish? Evidently so. I guess the difference here is that I now have the ability to lay them shockers myself. Oh, I didn't spend any of my circuit points. I just looked at it, groaned, and then did nothing. Ugh, but I'm still groaning. Can't I just go for something? Homing sounds good, that's less thinking. Hit an enemy into the air and lightning strike it, or fast spin attacks within a small radius. Give me an airstrike. Lock a single enemy into fast ground combat, multiple hit in the air. Yeah, cool. You had me at strong, which is admittedly one of the later words there. Yeah, good enough. Oh wait, if I die, I probably have to do that again. What if I re-enter and save my game? I'll never see it coming. Hang on, I thought I selected this when I started the fight. Not for you. Alright. Oh my, let's fight them again, sure. Of course, the difference now is... Hold on, can I... Okay, no, I cannot parry that. I can try. Insofar as I can fail. Dodge that, then. No, it needs to go around the outside. That was very funny. Well, I think we can agree that was worth the cost. What? What? Does anyone want to run that by me? What the hell happened there? Other than me simply getting bamboozled. Baron so aptly puts it. He's not wrong, but still, what the hell was all that? I think I just need to accept those guys hitting me with the homing attacks, otherwise it messes my DPS too much if I keep trying to avoid them. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? You die! Yes, good. We're all in agreement now. Cheeky bugger. Yeah, who needs stats? We just need get good. Yeah, sound effects are yet another very strong point for this game. Alright, mid-boss time. What is this? This is too suspicious, isn't it? That's Starmie. Oh no, it's Staryu. It's strange. I can't hold that down. I can't put these things together. I guess you want me to do something like this. Just a guess, you see? Had an idea and a dream in my head that I could maybe perfect parry those attacks. I wonder if you could kill these so fast that the boss doesn't get a chance to do this. I'm trying to see if this can be parried. Absolutely not. Not taking damage for the fun of it. Oh, that's just gonna go kaput. Oh dear. Maybe damage done here can speed up the fight in some way? Jesus, it's hard to even not get hit by that when I'm already moving away from them. Who do you think you are with those kinds of attacks? How do I dodge it? Good heavens. I can't parry it. I gotta sit through this every time. Well, an apt punishment for not beating the boss. That's interesting, these guys actually do attack, but they could do real damage. Maybe he has a bit of tracking, so if you wait and then move, you'll have an easier time. And don't mind me. Yeah, that seems to be it. So don't... Okay. Moving is a trap until it's not then. That's the message I'm getting here. Or maybe I can fake him out by going the wrong way and then suddenly changing my direction. Yeah, with brains like these, I never needed stats. Shoot. This is becoming a problem. I'm not sure what was up with that. He bounced away my glorious attack there. I'm not made of sandwiches. And I can't keep attacking him forever with this, oh, jeez. With my electric attacks, because it will give me overload. Oh, I'm toast here. Wait, toast. Try that again, shall we? I have an idea then. My idea is not good enough. He's bringing up that barrier. The barrier moves around with me. What am I to do here, other than die? Oh, I did not notice that. There are little buttons on the bottom as well, but they only seem to do the bottom bit. I get it. He'll bounce it to the bottom, and then I will ping it back up at him. Were those always there? Am I really that incapable of noticing things around me? Thank you, Baron. Alright, maybe the trick here is we're meant to play, like, yeah, tennis with him. It's fighting Ganondorf. Alright, what'll it be now? More of the same. You gonna go for? No, but he's very small. And he's glowing red as if to say he's not very happy. I think the age of Crivens. I think gimmicks are over now, we just need to fight. I think once upon a time, I had passive healing in combat, and it's gone now. Probably one of those more beginner level items I was wearing. Okay, now that the phase 3 won't take 3 afternoons. Yeah, look at the button. How did I not notice those buttons? I must have stepped on it at some point and went, ooh, a clicky noise. Well, how the mind works is a mystery, much less my mind. Just had a thought. No, okay. I was wondering if maybe you could fight this guy without using the electric stuff. Ooh. Just the nature of that wonk, it feels so disrespectful. Okay, I wanted to see if I could bounce the big thing into him to potentially break him. I wanted to rewind a bit because I missed a bit of the stream and realized I can't. Did you re-enable the VODs after DDR session? Oh. So if I start a stream and the Twitch thinks I'm streaming DDR, it will cancel making the VOD live. The VOD will still exist though, I just need to set it to public after the fact. But thanks for that, because I wouldn't have noticed for a couple of days otherwise. Part of the issue is when I'm smacking him with my attacks, he recoils a bit. So it keeps taking me by surprise that he's actually going for a big proper attack. Can I just do this? No, because SP disappears and so does life. Alright, don't use big delay attack in the thick of those then. Yeah, fortunately, Twitch have this thing where it will automatically block your VODs from publishing if you choose certain games that you're streaming. Which I'm grateful for because it's a pain in the bum to do it manually. feel it's just better to chill out for a bit first. These attacks are easier to dodge if they're all I'm focusing on, rather than also thinking about how best to zippity-zap him. I shouldn't even try and attack him when he's going for the big jump like that. Whoa, whoa, I'm so almost dead here. One, two, and three. He doesn't do the same attack twice in a row, does he? Shonk, shonk, shonk. Oh, okay, so I should be relatively safe. In fact, he might even be doing them in a deterministic pattern. And the last person I would trust to notice. Right, and what was this again? This is just fighting now. No fancy crap. 1, 2, 3. 444. The damage this guy does to me. Powerful. Squishy time? Squishy time. I may well be able to do better if I get in with melee, but I'm deathly scared of this guy putting me in the grave right now. Seeing the damage he can do, jeez. Have mercy. He doesn't like ice. Might be worth keeping in mind that, given I have a particularly devilishly strong ice attack. Gone to becoming the attack that gets me the most now. Alright, Stormy's finally down. The water temple is cleared. The iron boots can be ignored. There's no way I won that race. Oh, well done, Tronny. Yeah, if I had to guess, it may be linked to the time you take. Can't help but feel it might also be linked to the amount of time you freaking die. You still wanted to get the iron boots and see the weird shark JPEG at the bottom of the lab? Why was he there? He's like the chained up green thwomp. What did Miyamoto mean by these things? Hey Jake, you tried out the voice act. Oh, somebody told me there's a voice acting mod for this. The yapping is one of my least favorite things about this, but at least I can speed read. If I also had to wait on them talking, oh, dearie me. But there is a chance it's really good. Some games have phenomenally good voice acting. And some of them have so bad it's good voice acting. Resident Evil 4 would not be Resi 4 if it didn't have its camp voice acting. Kind of think of it, none of the Resis would be what they are without the voice acting. I could read all this, but I could also read none of it. You'll need to enter a code in the main menu. Best VA. Really? I thought it was a mod. Well, if it's that easy, maybe we can all suffer together. See, even Tronny thinks it's a good idea. We can evolve him into Mega Tronny. What did we just say we do? First Scholars HQ. I forget so often that First Scholars is the name of our clan. And I might not even be right about that. Save game. Return to title. Unsupported? Maybe it's all capitals. Aw, you've had me on. How could you do this to me? Maybe it's a space instead of a... Or maybe it's all one word? Can't believe you'd do this to me, Deathonal. Ruined it. Maybe it needs to be unlocked, or maybe... It should be best-VA. Okay. I'm not the world's best typist, but I'm pretty good. Bravo, Echo, Sierra, Tango, Hyphen, Victor, Alpha, Best VA. And for some reason this time it just went away. Submit. You're having me on, Deathonal. Oh well. Would somebody really go do that? Go onto the internet and lie? Maybe Lance's, was Lance's name? I don't know, the blondie. Maybe he's chimping out a bit. No, please, I don't want another opportunity to raid. VF Mikey says the internet says it might be best-VA, but it's not all caps. The high-quality voice acting was a prank. Whilst we love to have proper voice acting, it's not something we can easily afford to do. Oh, we! Oh, what could it all mean? So this is the best you'll get. I still want to see it, though. Maybe it's one of those EM dashes. Nobody uses EM dashes. Please, no. No raiding. Although we do have that other dungeon to do, and we were told we could do it in any order. Oh, now I'm going to have to test it out. Not sure if we've seen this laddie before, with the red spectacles. And Ash Ketchum here. Said the same thing to myself a few times working at Paradox. This is not game design anymore. This is wrong. But those dev clashes felt so right. Of all the words he gets us to say, why sorry, we have very little to apologize for. On reflection, doing VA for this game, there's so much yapping. At least for Lay, you just need to record a few words and you're done. Just get someone else to stitch them together. Alright, we have to know. Let's try that one more time. Capital B, lowercase, capital VA, best VA. Now we're talking. Question is, how much of it is voiced? If I go here and we have a wee chat with Apollo.
Hi. Wait a minute. You cheater. Hold it.
Ah, it's that kind of voice acting.
Objection.
Surely we could handle some of that, right? Right, we have another dungeon to do, and that we shall do. Where is it? This was the temple that we were at. And we came out of there from... Was it from Gaia's Garden? Probably. Basically, RTS unit barks. Maybe during cutscenes they say a bit more. Well, we're going to have to find out next time, because I'm absolutely starving after DDR and doing this. And maybe we're making good progress in this game. Hopefully. I mean, this seems like the fourth dungeon to get us our fourth element. And who knows where it goes from there. I'm a little bit interested to see where exactly the story is going. Maybe the confusion into immersion is somewhat working on me. But in any case, we'll find out more. What does my schedule say? Is that happening tomorrow? You want to talk to the French girl, says Baron. Well, we'll have to look forward to that. And it is tomorrow. Okay, very good. Very good. Right, until I'm back then, it's a cheers and a cheerio.